everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about the story because I think that like Hoyo really has been doing a disservice to us ever since they started 2.x. Because late last year or last season, I should say, they decided to merge the stories of the characters with the main story. And overall, I think we're basically getting the worst of both options that we had before. So essentially, while I was doing 2.4, it came to me that I was essentially not enjoying Banyue's story and also not getting anything from the overall story of the game, right? Because I want to know more about the creator. I want to know more about Sarah. This is all about. I want to know the lore of the game, right? It's not about, for me at least, it's not about the individual characters. I really care about what's actually happening in the world of Zenless Zone Zero. Yes, there were a few moments for the characters, but were those moments important? Not really. It was mostly just us waiting for stuff to happen, but overall, not much happens. It's really just a few details that are relevant a little bit for the characters. Now, if you care about those specific characters that are currently now on the patch, then maybe sure you might enjoy it. But for everybody else, which I assume it's most people, like most people don't have the specific characters right now be their favorite characters, we're not getting much. It's basically, we're spending most of the main quest going through what essentially are side stories, spending a lot of time hearing them out, going like, oh yeah, oh, this is your backstory. Oh, so sad. Oh. And then, like, whoa, I'm so bored. Like, that's how I felt for most of it. And then when we do get the story moving forward, it's like, okay, so I spent 3 hours wasting my time with the characters they're trying to sell me, and then I spend 5 minutes with the actual story of the game. I really feel like today we just get the worst of all the options they could have gone through, right? Instead of focusing on giving us a proper story so that we can get invested in the world of Zenless Zone Zero, I feel like all the stories are exclusively about like the individual stories of the characters. The reality is, after we're done with this patch, how likely are we to ever see Banyue again? How likely are we to see Dial-In again? Probably not much. They might show up here and there, very rarely, but their stories are not relevant. They're relevant for them, but for the rest of people, like for everybody else, really? Are we really spending so much time watching this? Is this, like, critical for someone? I don't think so. I think that they really need to fix it. Like, I think the people that are in charge of the story of this game really need to think about what they want to tell, the story they want to tell, and really focus on that. And then, sure, spend time on the characters, and I'm sure a lot of people really want to see more of the characters, but not if it's taking away from the main story. Like, first and foremost, make sure you're telling us the story that you want to tell, and then, sure, you can sell us the characters a little bit. Oh, this character's so cute, this character's so funny. Like, those things are fine, but it shouldn't be done in detriment of the main story. Because it really feels, and it has felt for a while, that we're not getting main story at all. We're just getting these, like, side quests that we go, we do the patch, we're bored for, like, 80% of it, unless we really care about that character, which, honestly, because, like, we just got to know the characters. That's the reality. We have, what, maybe a couple of hours with Banyue? Maybe a couple of hours with Dial-In? We don't know these characters. We're not super invested in who they are, where they come from. Like, we are not there yet. it's in a place where we're like, oh yeah, I'm super invested. Anything you throw at me of this character, I'm gonna eat it up. Like, that's true if it's a character we've known for a while. Like, I'm certain if you do that for Miyabi, hell, even Ishwan right now, like, if you do it for those characters, people will get invested in it because we've known these characters for a while. We like these characters. That, like, they've been doing stuff with us. But that's not what we're getting. What we're getting is they introduce a new character. Very little happens with that character. We just get some random sad story behind the character, and then the character is abandoned forever, and it just repeats over and over. I like, seriously, I don't think Hoyo realizes that they can't, in terms of the storytelling, for people who like storytelling, like, they're not building a community that can last. Because even if someone new comes around, they see this story, and they're like, okay, I really like this character. Then the character never shows up again. There's no, like, through line, right? There's no main story that the person can follow along. And then you get to the next patch, it's 90% a completely new thing related to a character that just got introduced again. And it just keeps going over and over and over. And honestly, I just feel that this is just a consequence of trying to merge something that was actually, in my opinion, quite good with the main story, right? Because before, you had those, like, the cassette tapes, the videos that gave you, like, this small, like, three-piece story that you could enjoy in your own time whenever you wanted. It gave you a few polychromes, sure, it was fine. But, like, if you wanted to see the character, you could spend, like, an hour or something watching the story of that character, the backstory, something that happened with him. It was fine. Honestly, it was more than fine. I think it was actually quite good. But now, instead, what you get is, okay, here's the main story of this patch. And then you get that small story that, honestly, it's not very important. Like, you want to do it in your own time or whatever. Like, oh, sure, let's see what's about, like, Soldier 11. What's her story? And then you go and do that. But the main story should be reserved for main story. It should be reserved for the parts of the story that we as players really enjoy watching, really want to know more. I want to know who the main players are in the story. I want to know more about Tops. I want to know more about the city, about the how did the Hollow Zero stuff came about, like the backstory. Like, I want to know more of the world. The world is the main character in a game like this. Like, it's cool to understand, to know more about the individual characters, but we need to know the world that those characters inhabit, right? And right now, I really think we're not being given that. Like, I hope this changes. I hope more people complain about this, because honestly, like, the story's just boring. Like, it's not even bad. It's just boring. It's like, I'm always going like, okay, so if I don't care about this character, like, nothing happened this patch. Like, I still have content. Like, I love the battle, the systems that are in the game. Like, that part's great. Even the minigames. I think the minigames in this game are actually quite good. But the problem is, like, the main story, which is one of the reasons why I like to play games a lot, it really has been letting me down lately. And I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Well, I don't even know what to say. Well, I think that's it. Guys, thanks for hearing me out. Tell me something about your opinions on the comments. I would love to hear more people's opinion on this. And, well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, like the usual YouTube things. And see you guys next time.